Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Be Determined. Today we're going to be going over the adaptive blade, how you can get it, how you should get it, and whether or not you actually should get it. So if you do enjoy today's video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And once again, I'm going to remind you, we are doing a 69 million coin giveaway on Wednesday, July 13th. So if you want to take part in that, be sure to follow my Twitch, which is linked in the description. I'll be doing the giveaway live on that channel. Thank you guys so much. Let's get into the video. Alright, so today we're going to buy the adaptive blade on the auction house because that is actually the best way to get it. You don't even want to drop it in dungeons because the cheapest that you can get it for in dungeons is 1.25 million coins. And on the auction house, you can buy a fully enchanted one for 700,000 coins. So that's what we're going to do right now. Boom. Now let's take a look at this. There's a reason this blade is called the adaptive blade. It has different stats based on which class you are in dungeons. You can see them right here. When you're berserker, you get 35 extra strength and 5 extra speed. When you're a healer, you get 20% health regen and 5 health aura. When you're a mage, you get 200 more intelligence. A tank has 100 defense and 5 more true defense, and archers get 100 extra crit damage. And you don't even have to switch to your dungeon orb to use your class ability. You can just right click with this sword and it will use it. Now I've run pretty much anything for long periods of time except for healer. I've run berserker for a while, I've ran mage for ages back in the day. I run archer and tank the most now. But if we already have an archer or tank, then I usually run berserker. But we're going to test this bad boy out. We're going to run as an archer today and kind of use it as a utility as well as a berserker weapon. So let's go ahead and find a floor 3 to run with. Okay, turns out we're doing floor 4. That's fine. We should be able to handle it. We're not going to die. Let's go ahead and run through. You can see we deal a lot of damage as an archer. 1.7 million is not a bad look, but we can just use our right click with the adaptive blade to instantly use our archer ability, which is the explosive bow. Now I do think that this is a fun item to use as utility. It just looks cooler to right click with an adaptive blade than to use a dungeon orb, but you still have to have the dungeon orb in your inventory, so it's going to kind of clog up your inventory a little bit. Now as far as damage, we're going to left click with this real quick. We deal 300,000 damage as an archer. We don't have a ton of blessings right now either. So it's got decent damage on it. Nothing too crazy, but I would say it's usable. Now if we were berserker, I'm sure it'd be dealing a lot more. But let's see how it compares to our 5-starred Reaper Scythe. Our Reaper Scythe currently does 1.8 million, so it's a little bit stronger than this adaptive blade, but I don't think the blade is really used as a main item, at least not anymore. Maybe it used to be back in the day, but I would say now you're a lot better off using it as utility compared to anything else. Because I can literally just be fighting this guy, and if there's a crypt in the corner that I want to open, I just look at it with the adaptive blade and I can insta delete it. So I definitely say it's good as an archer weapon. So I just cleared that instantly. Plus, if I didn't have a cooldown, I could just use it as my super boom. It's kind of like a budget infiniboom for archers, but unfortunately it is only that for archers. So if you're not an archer, it's not going to be as good for that type of thing. But if you ever need to use your ability, it is there to just kind of look cooler. Now again, this is total preference. I personally think it looks cooler. You might not think it looks cooler, but I really do like using this over a dungeon orb. Dungeon orbs just don't feel as clean as this to me. Unfortunately, it does not actually work in the trap rooms, so we are gonna actually have to grab a super boom for the trap room, but that's literally every ability in the game, so can't really complain about that too much. But now we're in the boss room, and I forgot to grab my bone meringue, so that's kind of awkward. Dang, dude, I forgot that floor 4 is easy now. This isn't busted at all. And then I can just right click and insta kill everything. So clean. Oh no, all these animals have spawned. What are we going to do? See, we got all these animals right here. Just right click and they're all dead just instantly. That does feel really clean, I'm not gonna lie. And it is a little bit of a buff because when you right click with this instead of using your dungeon orb as an archer, you get 100 extra crit damage, so it's gonna deal a bit more damage. Holy cow, I forgot the thorn is a little bit laggy as well. Alright, there we go. Got a B rank, let's go. We're the goats. You can see how it's a good utility item. If you're super rich and you want to look cool, instead of using a dungeon orb, it's kind of a buffed dungeon orb, to be fair. And honestly, it's not bad as a healer either. To get that extra 5 health per second on your aura and 20% extra health regen, I would say it's pretty good for you being a healer. But if you're not a healer, more of a utility item than anything else. But as a healer, this is probably one of the better weapons that you can get. And again, it's not that expensive. As long as you buy it on the auction house. Do not buy it if you get this from a chest. It's going to be like at least 500,000 coin loss. But we went in there without even starring this bad boy. So let's go ahead and star him up. He costs Wither Essence to star. So that hurts my heart just a tiny amount. But there we go. 5 starred. And while we're here, let's go ahead and get a decent reforge on him. There we go. Spicy. So that damage we were dealing was not great. Then again, we are an archer doing melee damage, so I didn't expect it to be. But this would increase its damage by a ridiculous amount. Let's just go test and see how much we do in the hub. We're going to use a griffin pet, hit a zombie villager, 71,000, 72,000. Then with our Reaper Scythe, we deal almost 300,000. We deal over 300,000. So definitely made more for dungeons and definitely aimed towards healers. But it's that time again, boys. We're going to drop this in our museum. So if you have a guess on how much it's going to cost, be sure to type that in the comments right now. I'm thinking it's going to go for around 700,000 coins because that's what we paid for it from the auction house. That was the cheapest one. So I'm going to say 750,000 coins. Let's see if I'm right. Ooh, I was off by 100,000. Dang. Oh well, definitely more of a utility item. I am actually going to start carrying this in my dungeon sack for whenever I do dungeons, and I might use it from time to time. But for now, that is going to be all for me, guys. I hope you did enjoy today's video, and if you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. Again, don't forget about the giveaway on Wednesday the 13th. Hope to see you guys there, and I'll see you in the next episode of Museum Mastery. God bless.